Hey there, Irisman, this is Sean of Nintendo, and welcome to another episode of Let's Interview. Guys, it's been about a month, and I'm so sorry to keep you all waiting on this. But we're finally, the series is back, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this episode. And today we have...
It's about time you done this, Sean of Nintendo. I've been waiting so long, oh my gosh. But hello everybody, of the Irishman, I am the nerd of LPs, otherwise known as HGSS1994. Pleasure to be here with Sean of Nintendo being interviewed for the second time of my life. Hashtag yee.
Glad to have you here, man. So we're going to start off...
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're going to start us off by having you tell everyone a bit about your channel.
Much like a majority of all your interviewers, I am a Let's Player. I've been known to do Pokemon Let's Plays, like I'm kind of famous for that, but I've been kind of also been going along with games that not a lot of people Let's Play nowadays in the communities, like I've done Mickey Speedway USA, which is a game not only a lot of people have heard of, but not a lot of people have played as well. I've also played some Nintendo games, like I've played a couple Mario games and Kirby games.
Okay. Alright, so how did you come up with your YouTube username?
Okay, this is kind of an interesting story. So, back in 2009, I believe, 2009, Japan made an announcement of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. For those of you who don't know, which you are technically kind of not in the zone if you don't know what's going on.
Get on his level.
The announcement of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which were the second generation remakes. So, me being completely random-minded, I'm just going to call myself... I decided to call myself Heart Gold Soul Silver 1994, but due to the YouTube name limits, you know, there was some maximum amount of characters that you had to go into the username. I shortened it down to HGSS 1994, so put it in a kind of a nutshell.
Heart Gold Soul Silver 1994.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
For those of you who wanted to know the meaning of my name.
Okay, so for the channel banner you have on your channel, did you make it or did you get someone else to do your graphics?
I actually made it. Believe it or not.
Okay. And what's your opinion on, the banner system right now as opposed to, having backgrounds before?
I find it 50-50. I feel like it still has some creativity you can do with the little banner, but it's not as creative as the background. What I do like is you don't have to put a lot of efforts into it. Because you have this huge thing and all. It's just a little small, a little tiny, very convenient.
Yeah. So who inspires you to start making Let's Plays?
Not Sugar Conray, that's a surprise to most of you guys. Back when I figured out about Pokemon Heart Gold, there was a guy by the name of Giancarlo Paramingo 11. He's a bit, I think, younger than I am. I don't know how young, but he was younger than me back in the days. He started doing a Let's Play of the Japanese Heart Gold, and that kind of got me inspired to do Let's Plays in general, but once I've moved onwards from him, Chuga Conroy started to come in a little bit more, so currently the main inspiration was Chuga Conroy, but I gotta give GCPM11 at least a little bit of credit for my past and my start of the Let's Play, at least.
Okay, cool. So how do you feel your Let's Play career, as to call it, has been going so far?
It's been going pretty well. I mean, I've got the partnerships, which I guess a lot of people wouldn't like to talk about as much, but I feel pretty good. I have the partnerships. I have enough subscribers where I feel pretty good, actually. And every time I just go on YouTube, my day just becomes instantly brighter every time. It's a little weird to say that. Well, actually, no, it isn't. What am I talking about? But, yeah, it feels nice, actually. I do like where I am right now, and I hope I can eventually spread and continue to be as good as where I am right now.
Okay, that's good. So was it the first YouTube channel you ever made?
No, actually this is my third one. The first one was just back in 2007, back the good old YouTube days,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was back when I actually didn't do a lot of videos on there. My first video was I actually vlogged myself during my nephew's Easter egg hunt back in 2007. And then I recorded my very bad home run contest with Sonic the Hedgehog using a camera. But then my parents found out about it and was like, oh, you can't do this YouTube stuff. Because I was pretty young back then.
Yeah.
13.
Someone will find you and kill you.
Yes, exactly. But, and then back in like 08, I can't really remember what day, but somewhere between 08 to maybe 07, late 07, I can't remember. I did another channel, and that was mainly known for its AMV stuff, but the 3 strikes and you're out thing, the channel got like banned instantly, and then here I am on this channel, HGSS1994. Interesting fact actually about my channel, this was not meant to be a Let's Playing channel. In fact, it was supposed to continue my AMV channel. but I'm kind of glad I made the switch over. Otherwise, it would probably take me maybe 3 to 5 channels to really get into the Let's Playing community.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, that's cool. So, for the next question, when you're using the other channels box on your channel, would you primarily reserve it to friends and channels you enjoy, or a mix of both?
Usually it's just for friends. Like, I can name a few off my back. Safazen, Maryland. Yes, I am friends with Maryland.
Oh, that's cool.
Mega Man and G. And then there's 2 spots that I usually fill it up with some of my personal channels. Like, I've made a Flipnote channel where I've just posted all my Flipnotes because Hatana has shut down on May 31st, so I've kept a little bit of memories from that side. And then usually the channels I'm affiliated or partnered with, Planet Pokey being my partner channel, and aside from that, usually channels that I'm affiliated with. And I think back when they used to do like 2 channels, if you were a partner, I used to put people that I thought were really good, that were really underrated, and I thought really needed more subscribers. So I don't know if they still do that nowadays.
I'm not too sure myself.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay, so for the next question, we'd like to know, what was the very first game you ever played?
First game I've ever played. First console, if we're not counting this, it was the Sega Pico, which was an educational system, but it was educational, so I don't count it because
Games can't be educational.
Games can't be educational, right? No, that's breaking the laws. But my first games were actually Pokemon Red and Blue. I say Red and Blue because I don't know which of the versions it was. I'm pretty sure it was Red, but not only was that my first game, but it's my favorite game to this day because it brought me into the gaming world. And had it not been for Pokemon, I still have been into the gaming world, just probably with like a Disney game or something like that. But it made me aware of the gaming world and how awesome it really is. So thank you, Game Freak, for making Pokemon.
Very good. So, for the next question, is there any gaming franchise you'd like to get into right now but can't?
Oh my gosh, I would really like to get into the Metroid series, the Final Fantasy series, and one I really want to get into is the Fire Emblem series. I heard that's a great RPG.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that, especially the new one for the 3DS.
Oh my gosh, I really want to get that, but I don't have the time or the I'm just too lazy to get it.
If I would recommend a Metroid game, I'd recommend the Prime series. It's really good.
I've heard pretty good things about it, actually. Which one
Prime
do you
trilogy.
recommend? Like Prime Echoes or?
I'd actually recommend you getting the trilogy. There's a trilogy bundle you can get where it comes with all 3 of them.
Okay, I'll see if I can get that. You know how GameStop is with all their used games.
Yeah.
Specific game? Nope, they're out. Try to get Pikmin. Nope. Every store I go to, it's out of that. Dang it, I really want that game. Come on, GameStop. Give me that.
Probably try eBay. Probably your best bet.
Or Amazon. I heard Amazon's better.
Yeah, probably.
That's the thing I use.
Okay, so for the next question, we'd like to know, what is the worst game you ever played?
Consider yourself lucky. I actually have 2 horrible games in my list.
Ooh, we're in for a treat, guys.
2 of them. So the first one I've recently played not too long ago, and that was Mulan for the Game Boy. The reason I find it so terrible, and it's considered one of the worst, is because number one, the controls are the complete opposite of what you expect in a Game Boy game. You know how the A button is to jump and the B button's to attack in regular games? This game does the complete opposite, is A to attack and B to jump. The only logic I can come up with that is A is the letter that starts an attack. That's pretty much my only logic. And then once you get through the first level is kind of like understandable platforming, except the reverse controllers. They switch the mechanics to the game so easily, and they don't even give you a tutorial on it. It's like, how the heck do I go from a platforming to a swimming level where I have to dive? And the second level just increases its difficulty like a little bit too much, actually, to be dead honest. And by the third level, it's like, okay, I think I've had enough of this, turning off the game, never playing this again. It's like, nope, sorry, I love the movie, hate the game.
And then, that's usually what happens when they try to make games out of movies, though.
Yeah. And again, there was Toy Story 3 that was pretty good, actually.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but the second one, this is going to be a little bit crazy, but it's Mary-Kate and Ashley Sweet 16 License to Drive for the Nintendo game.
I know that game. Pear Strike. My friend Pear Strike did like an LP on that.
Oh my gosh. How does anybody survive that game?
It's just one of those so bad it's good games, really.
Oh my gosh. It's so boring. The minigames are so confusing. I even have a story behind this, actually. So, when I was younger, my sister, like maybe 7 or 6, my sister told me, don't play this game. And then during the middle school ages, I think 7th grade, I looked at the game. It was going for a yard sale. And was like, I wonder why my sister told me never to play this game. So I inserted it into my Wii. And then I found out why. It was boring, the minigames were so confusing, it was really so long. And then I looked at it and was like, yep, this is definitely going in the yard sale box.
Oh, that's great.
Kind of an interesting story.
I always wanted to try it myself just for the sake of trying it.
There you go, you have something on your list now.
Oh, definitely. So, for the next question, we'd like to know who are some of your favorite Let's Players or just YouTubers?
Wow, I actually do have a list right to the right of me, so this is definitely separated into 2 categories. For the Let's Players, I have Chuga Conroy, Proton John, Nintendo Capri Sun, The Runaway Guys, Brain Scratch Coms, the Versus channel, which I don't think they have uploaded in a long time, but I heard they're actually getting back to uploads and stuff.
Okay.
And there's also Attacking Toucans, Josh Jepson, Luca Jin, LD Shadow Lily, which I don't know if she qualifies herself as a Let's Player or not, but she does game, so I put her on the LPing list. Safazin, you actually might know him as like an interviewer or something like that.
Oh, I don't actually know, but I'd like to check him out.
Yeah, actually go ahead and check him out. Like, I'll definitely try to link the channel after this interview if I can. Mega Man NG, and there's so many others, I really can't put them all in one list. It's like, if there was a list, it'd be infinite right now.
Okay.
For the other YouTubers, there's the Game Grumps, the J-Woods, who does some Let's Plays, but other than that, he does like mainly Pokemon stuff. Tamashi Hiroka, Super Duper Tutorials, the Fine Brothers. I only watch their React stuff on their Fine Brothers channel. Nothing really else. Zefrank. Zefrank is probably the best and the funniest person that does like animal facts. He does them so hilariously well. Like, I'm gonna link you one of those videos as well. Like like once you're done with this, you'll be laughing your butt off.
I'll be sure to link them in the description box for you guys as well.
Yeah, and it's the Phase 2. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Okay.
Philip DeFranco, the Shaytards, their vlogging channel, Epic Mealtime. Interesting fact about Epic Mealtime: they either upload it like after I've just eaten, or when it's like late in the night and I'm almost starving to death.
Oh, that's great.
It's interesting, really. And then Christina Grimmie, otherwise known as Zelda XLove64, hands down the best YouTube singer on YouTube. If you don't know who she is, look up Zelda XLove64. You will have a great time.
You will subscribe.
You should subscribe. every single channel in the description below.
Okay, that's probably, you definitely broke the record for the longest list there anyway, I'd say.
Woo!
Okay, so
I'd like to thank the Academy.
My mom. Okay, so for the next question, we'd like to know what's your recording setup like, and what kind of equipment and software do you use?
Well, thank goodness I'm actually on my computer right now, because along with Audacity to record anything with the console, I have 2 recording setup system thingies that hook to your computer. Wow, that was a better wording if I said so myself. For GameCube and Nintendo 64, I do have a Dazzle. I know I'm one of those people that is kind of outdated with their technology, but the Dazzle works pretty well. You have to use Pinnacle to record it, though. I don't know if it works for any other recording studio other than Pinnacle, so Pinnacle is definitely one I use to record. For Wii U, and other console games, I usually like to use the HD PVR2 Gaming Edition, and along with that, I've also do have the HD PVR recording software up on my computer. For Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS's, I have emulators, and I usually use Camtasia Studios screen recordings to record those. But for other computer games, I usually use Fraps. And for editing softwares, for, like I said, the emulated stuff, I usually use Camtasia Studio 8. But a majority of the time, I will use Sony Vegas 11. I just find that the most reliable out of all the Sony Vegas programs. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, a little bit of interesting tidbit that I've done myself recently. I don't use the HPVR 2 Gaming Edition. I have an Elgato myself.
I know. I heard that's pretty good, actually.
Oh, it's fantastic.
With my HPVR breaks, I might have to consider that.
The little interesting thing you can do, does your computer have a HDMI out?
No, actually, it doesn't. It has USB.
I mean, does it have a HDMI, to go to your monitor for display?
It's a HDPVR 2, so yes, it has a HDMI out.
Yeah, if your computer itself, like the graphics card in your computer, if that has a HDMI out, you can actually feed that into your HDPVR and then feed that out to your monitor, and you can actually use it to record your desktop.
Oh my gosh, I might have to check if it actually does that or not. Probably not. It's like a 2010 computer or something, so I don't know if it has. I don't know if that's hot. If it's that highly advanced.
You'd be surprised. As long as it has a HDMI out on the graphics card or even on the motherboard. It just has to make sure the monitor itself has to have speakers. That's the only way it'll work. So, a little bit interesting tidbit for you there, guys. So, for next question...
Sean Nintendo, the best advice person since... I don't know who else.
Right now.
Right now. Do it now. 10 push-ups along with that.
So for the next question, we'd like to know, what's your biggest drive to continue doing your Let's Plays?
Definitely my subscribers and all the positive comments that I get. Like, even though I don't get as many likes as like a famous person, even though I have like 2,000 subscribers, you probably feel the same way. Just every little comment just gets me full motivation to just keep uploading, and especially daily. Even when life is tough, keep going.
Okay. That's a good reason, definitely. So, for the next question, we'd like to know, what's your favorite Let's Play that you've done?
Actually, my current one that I'm doing, which is Pokemon Black 2, that I feel has the most well done sidebar out of all of my Pokemon games. I feel like the team icon at the bottom is really well done because I have like them animated and stuff like that, and it's really professionally recorded and everything about it is just so well done. It just really beats probably all my other Let's Plays.
Okay, that's very good. I did notice those little animation things. How did you actually get those in there?
Sony Vegas, actually. I just had to, I usually just render both the top screen and bottom screen separately, and I just crop them all with Sony Vegas, so...
Oh, so you just cropped your recorded animation?
Yeah.
That's very
Actually,
clever.
I got the images. If you're talking about the images, I just got those off of like the website and just cropped those.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Cheater.
He's a cheater. The next question we want to know, is there any regret you have with any of your past Let's Plays?
Oh yeah, one big regret, and that was probably long ago, actually, back in 2010. I did the Japanese version of Pokemon White when it came out in Japan. And my commentary, even though I really didn't like it for whatever reason, because I complained too much about the lags with the emulators. I mean, it's emulators. Of course it's gonna lag.
Yeah.
What emulator is not going to lag? Besides on the 3DS.
Yeah.
But I really didn't like the commentary, so I decided not to commentate along with Pokemon White, and that is probably the worst thing you can do in a Let's Play, is just cut your commentary during a Let's Play, because a lot of people are familiar with your voices and stuff like that, so...
Yeah. Okay.
Really wish I could go back and try that again.
That's right. So the next question, we'd like to know, what's your opinion on the Let's Play community as it stands today?
The LP community, I think it's pretty good where it stands. There isn't really a lot of arguments as often. I really didn't see a lot of arguments before. There was like really a ton of arguments back in the days, but I think it settled down ever since my last interview. And I still agree with my past self in the other interview that the partnerships is still making the LP and community crazy for money. Like, I know people that aren't crazy about the money and really don't care about the partnerships and stuff like that. I really do like those people, but there's just so many little guys out there with like maybe less than 10 subscribers getting partnered. Is like, okay, you're just doing it for the money. Best you get out of my sight, or else I'm gonna beat you with my air freshener right in front of my face.
I'm gonna freshen you up.
I'll freshen you up with blood.
Okay, that's a good answer. So, for next question, is there any advice you'd like to give to other Let's Players out there who are just starting out?
Yes, actually. One important advice is always be yourself. You hear a lot of Let's Players say that, but it's said for a reason, because if you're pretending to be someone else, people will know and they will judge you based on that. Another advice is, I really don't mind camera Let's Plays. If you started with a camera, that's great. Just make sure your quality is good enough where everybody can see it. It doesn't have to be phenomenon of a screen. I mean, you can be like, it can be decently seen and it can be fine. Just make sure your commentary is key when you're a Let's Player. Like if you're a walkthrough, then commentary doesn't matter. But if you're a Let's Player, commentary is definitely a thing you need. And one key element is never ever give up your Let's Playing career. If you're not making it as far as you want to go, don't just say I'm going to call it quits, because calling it quits is like saying to yourself, it's like committing suicide in real life. It's like, I'm done with life. You don't want to do that. You just got to keep pushing yourself forward, because pushing yourself forward, you're eventually going to make it somewhere in the future. Like if you just started, you'll probably reach your 10 subscriber account or something like that. And I want to go into the partnerships, because not a lot of Let's Players do talk about the partnerships, but it's crazy how partnerships is easily obtained nowadays. Partnering sites like the Game Station, Fullscreen, Youch, and correct me if I'm wrong, they not only look at how long you've been Let's Playing, but they also look at your experience and how many subscribers you have. So kind of helpful tips. You don't really have to go for them. If you feel like you're good enough where you are, then go ahead and apply for it. But your subscriber count, I would recommend you wait until maybe you get like 200 to maybe 500 subscribers at minimum. It kind of proves that you've at least accomplished something, and they really look for how many subscribers you have. They're not going to take someone with 10 subscribers and only have like one video. And second thing, and probably the most important thing, is experience. Because like I said, with the subscribers, they're not going to hire someone that's only been a Let's Player for a day and has like only one video, and that video might be good quality or crap quality. Also, I forgot to mention for the camera thing, you can use a dazzle if you want to. I would recommend it for any beginners. It's very cheap. It doesn't work very well, but it's probably your best way to start. Don't save your money for the HD PVR, because again, it's just very expensive for newcoming Let's Players. But back to the partnership things, they really look for experience, and I would recommend waiting until you have at least 5 to 7 months worth of experience before you apply for your partnerships. Either one of those works, or if you do get like 300 subscribers and you have like 7 months, which consider yourself lucky, number one, because the Let's Playing community is very, very aggressive with the subscribers and stuff. I mean, heck, people still watch Chuka Conroy. Then definitely go for it. I mean, nothing's going to stop you except people might think you're greedy, but as long as you're doing it for the fun, then it really doesn't matter whether you have the partnership or not. That's my last advice, by the way. Have fun with your Let's Plays, and do games that are really enjoyable for you, that not only that but you have tons of fun with.
Yeah.
That is
the kind of game that you can share your experience with, I guess.
Yeah, and if it's a game that is not really known and you really do like it, go ahead and share it, because there's not a lot of games out there like for example, I'm just gonna pull out a random name like DuckTales, for example. DuckTales is still DuckTales is not underrated, but I'm just gonna use it as an example. DuckTales is kind of really underrated as a game, for an example. So definitely, like I said before, do games that really you are having fun with, and if it's something that's not really played a lot, definitely play it, because you're having fun with it and it gives the game a lot more exposure, not just yourself.
Okay. Very good answer. I think we lost the connection again. Nope. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. The connection has been like cutting out every now and then, so
Don, my advice.
It's okay. We're going to start wrapping it up pretty soon here, guys, so we're coming pretty close to the end of this. We just want to know, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Okay, that's a pretty easy one. Mewtwo. Just by the looks of it, he is so powerful. I fell in love with him in the first movie, No Homo.
Okay.
He just looks like it's a Pokemon that's like, hey, I'm going to kick your butt and you're going to feel a lot of pain towards it.
What do you actually feel about his Mega Evolution?
There's actually 2 Mega Evolutions.
Oh, there
I
is?
surprisingly like the X one. I know a lot of people complain about the legs, and that's my only complaint with it. But I really do like Mega Mewtwo X, except for its ability, which is like really steadfast. They could have gone with something more like Pure Power would be a better choice for Mewtwo. And Pokemon Mewtwo Y, I'm growing to it, but again, it's not as great as Mewtwo X in my opinion.
Okay. So, for the next question, and everyone knows this is a personal favorite question of mine, what's one embarrassing fact about yourself?
Oh, great. This one thing I didn't prepare for. So, like, out of all the questions, of course, I don't prepare myself for this. Okay, I do have an embarrassing story. So, when I was younger, and we were done in the pool, I was, like, maybe, like, 2 or 3 years old. My mom told me not to pee in the pool, like literally inside the pool. So what I did is, I pulled out my pants, I got out of the pool, pulled down my pants, and literally peed into the pool.
Oh my god.
Yes.
At least you
That's
didn't
as
technically
embarrassing as it
break the
gets.
rule. That's amazing. Okay, so for the next question, and this is a new one that was added in recently, guys, you know, from the last interview. And that is, what is your favorite curse word?
Oh, right, this one too. I totally forgot about this one. Favorite curse word. This is gonna be a really hard one. Actually, there's a quote that involves, I guess, my most overused, curse word, and that is, I will go all Britney Spears on your ass.
You'll go all Britney Spears on her ass.
Exactly.
I don't even know what that means. But I'm
I
sure
don't know
it's
what
not
that
good.
means either. I just made that up during Black 2.
Okay, that's
So I'm like,
pretty
hey,
good.
this works. I like Britney Spears, so might as well do that.
Okay, that's good.
Remember the key curse word. That is my favorite.
Okay.
And that is ass.
So, for the second last question here, and you don't have to answer this one if you don't want to, but we'd like to know if any question you'd like me to add into future episodes.
There's one that's been stuck in my head ever since you started Let's Interview series is, what is your most memorable LPing moment? He is so serious right now, ladies and gentlemen.
No, the connection cut out. I didn't hear you.
Okay, I was all like, okay, yeah.
Well,
I'm
take
using
two, guys.
the mobile Skype, by the way, for those of you who don't know. It kind of sucks with the commentary and stuff like that, but we'll work around it. But my question was, what was your favorite LPing moment?
Okay. Your favorite Let's Play moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be sure to definitely add that one in. Okay, guys, so we're about to wrap this up, and for the last question, this does a bit of personal feedback for me, but how did you like this interview?
Yawn. I'm kidding. I really did enjoy this one. I think I like this one the best out of my 2 interviews.
Okay, I'm glad you liked it. Definitely. Okay, guys.
A lot of great questions.
It's been a month since I've said this, but we'd like to thank you so much for watching this video and for supporting this series. We're glad to have it kicking off again, back with a strong punch, hopefully.
A strong Falcon punch. A strong Falcon punch. And maybe a blaze kick with that.
If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave it a like, comment down below if anything in particular you like. Definitely be sure to check out Blake or HGSS1994's channel here. If you really like Pokemon, you know, you got something to look at here.
Or underrated games. Can't forget the underrated games.
So definitely go check that out. Annotations on the screen, link and stuff in the description box to his Twitter and his channel, all that good stuff. So once again, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. So bye for now.
Take care, you guys.